Welcome to the C# Programming for Beginners tutorial series. My name is Mike and I will be your instructor throughout this video series. During this tutorial series, all sample code will be written using Microsoft Visual Studio Express 2013. Now if you already have it installed or you have an earlier release such as Visual Studio 2010 Express or Visual Studio 2012 Express, then you should be in pretty good shape. All the code samples that I'll present here in the beginning series will compile and run on all versions currently supported by Microsoft. I'd also like to mention that, as with any beginner series, I'm not expecting you to have any previous programming experience, so don't worry about that at all. So what is C# and why should you use it? I'm sure you're kind of wondering that. Well, C# can be used to create virtually any type of application you can imagine, ranging from desktop apps, mobile apps, games, and more. Now C# is actually a successor to two very popular programming languages used in the business and gaming industry. You may or may not have heard of them, but C being one of them and C++ is the other. Now C++ was the successor to C, and now we have C#, which is the successor to that. And basically when C# was created by Microsoft, they took the best features out of both of those languages and included them in C# while making it actually easier to use than either one of those. Now because of this, it has really become a popular programming language, and it's one of the more modern languages that's really on the uprise and being used quite a bit. Now for those of you that need help in downloading Visual Studio to your system, you can watch the remainder of this video and I'll step you through on how to do that. The rest of you can just skip ahead to lesson 2 and we'll see you there. Okay, for those of you that want to get the internet download started, open your internet browser. You can use whichever one is your favorite: Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, whichever you might have. I prefer Internet Explorer, so I'll go ahead and open that up. Now in the address bar, you need to type www.visualstudio.com and then hit enter. Now that should take you to the Microsoft Visual Studio homepage. And we're going to click the Downloads link at the top of the page. And we're going to skip past the standard Visual Studio. That's the one you would purchase after it expires. And we're going to use the Visual Studio Express, which is the free edition designed for hobbyists, students, and anyone that wants to just learn how to code. Now, the edition that we're going to use is Visual Studio Express 2013 for Windows Desktop. All the sample code and the small programs and applications that we develop during the tutorial series will be desktop applications. So we'll click that, select our language, and then we'll click one of these two options, either to install now, which would install it directly over the internet and download all the dependent files and any files that needed to get it to install successfully, or you can click the DVD 5 ISO image, and what that will do is download a binary image of the installation media to your system. You would then have to take that ISO image and burn it to a DVD, and once that was created, you could run that setup program from the DVD and install it on your computer. So you decide which way you want to do it. If you feel comfortable downloading an ISO and doing it that way and having that kind of permanent copy on a DVD, go ahead and do that. Either way, it won't matter as long as you get it installed properly and it's ready for lesson 2. Now for those of you that are going to do it over the internet, and I'll get you started through this, I probably won't be able to go all the way through since I already have it downloaded on my system. But to step you through it, we'll click Install Now, and the next thing it prompts for is a Visual Studio or Microsoft account. So if you already have a Microsoft account set up, you just go ahead and sign in with your email address and password and click Sign In. If you don't have a Microsoft account, you'll have to click the Sign Up Now link to create one, and once you have that, you'll sign in and log in, and it will bring you to the screen that I'll be at here I'll be here shortly. So, okay, I am logging in with my email address from where I work at. Once I get logged in, of course, I got a typo. I had a period out of place. Okay, so once you're signed in, it'll redirect you to the actual download page and ask if you want to optionally download the Ultimate 2013. But again, that's going to be one of those 90-day versions that you'll have to actually purchase if you decide to keep it. Stick with the Express 2013 on the left, and you can just click the download button to get that started. And it should launch the setup and step you through that process. So hopefully you won't have any trouble with that. If you do, just post some comments under this video, and I'll be checking those comments. I can reply back or post back a response and help you out in any way that I can. So now remember, after you install it, to go ahead and register your Visual Studio Express copy to extend that license. The initial license is 30 days on this Express copy, but once you register it, because it is free, they give you a permanent license after that. So just make sure you register your copy after that. So whatever email address you use to set up that Microsoft account, make sure you remember that, because they will probably send a registration email back to you on that to confirm your email and some other information. So, well, that's it for lesson 1 of the series. Thanks for checking this out. Join me in lesson 2, where you will learn about the basic C# data types and will write and compile your very first C# program. We'll see you then. Thank you.